Well, here we are again, part 3 on the adventures of Dumbbell Bee. After my other video, second video, part 2, I did say that I'd installed the Bluetti temporarily. It's powering the lights. That's the only thing it's powering. But we're going to have a go at putting the Charger1 in place. So with the Transit, I've got 2 batteries under here. There is already a power cable in, which I'm going to just, there it is. That's the current power cable right there. Had a fuse just here, and it had a second fuse on it. I don't now need this cable, so I'm going to come straight off of here and off the negative. I'm going to attach the cable you get with the Bluetti, which is a hell of a long cable, which will be cool when I put it, because I think this is going to have to sit under the where the bed is or the bench is, and it also comes with its own fuse, which is ideal. Happy days. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this, yeah, for mounting the fuse, which I will like to do that. I think I'm going to mount the fuse rather than just having it flopping about. It'll look quite nice when it's done. But at the moment, everything is temporary as I install it, because next Saturday, week today, when I pick up the interior from Wales, this all gets moved. But my cable is going to be in place. So where I was going to put everything down here, I think now I'm just going to have it all on the back. So we'll open the back doors. I've got a panel I can remove, and all my electrics will be there with extra sockets so I can power stuff out the back. And then just feed the rest of the sockets where I need them, which is going to be here basically. I'm going to need most of my sockets here. And that's where all the cooking and stuff will be done. I want to put a telly there on the slidey door side, or possibly this side. Yeah, I think it's going to go there. I think when I sleep, I want my head this side. I think that'd be ideal. But let's get cracking and get this installed and see how we go, eh? So, first things first is, I think I'm going to move. No, I'm not going to move. I'm going to put that down the back end where the Bluetti will sit. And for now, keep those cables there. Let's unattach the original, which looks like it is a 10mm socket. Yes. Let's get that off. I personally have a ton of tools. I love my tools. So I've got a nice big tool chest full of everything. Handy. Right. Let's not drop that screw. Let's take that off. I'm wondering if I can unfeed it from there. Anyway, she's off for the moment. So those ones back on. And I'll attach it live for a second. I haven't touched the earth yet. I should do that in a moment. I'll probably move these as well later on. Probably try and thread them in. For now, I just want to get it fired up and make sure she's charging. Like I say, everything I'm doing at the moment is learning, and it's temporary. And YouTube's been a great place to learn these things. Let's see what the noise was then. I'm literally doing this on my driveway. I don't have a workshop. Maybe one day. There we go. She's in. Right, just going to keep my neutral out of the way for a minute. So, you get a bunch of screws and little Allen key and stuff. But I like that one. So I'm just going to loosen off. Basically, you got your input from your battery. I'm sure you've seen this a million times on the videos. And then you got your wrong way around. Input from the battery, and your output to your, where is she? this plugs into there. Then you've got an extension cable there, and that just plugs in there, straight into the Bluetti power pack. So I'm just going to loosen these off. I can see. There's that one. I might even change the fuse box today because I've got a much bigger fuse box, so I might just do that today as well. So I don't want that to happen. That one's coming right out. Think smart. Put it in the other way. There it is. While I'm here, straightforward. To be fair, the whole system is so straightforward. It's idiot proof. That's why I'm doing it. Black and red, positive and negative, negative, and they're crimped as well. Let me see that. I've actually bought one of the crimpers that does exactly those connections and a whole box of bits, because they are bloody handy, rather than putting in threadbare wires. And that's what how this setup was when I bought it. It was just threadbare wires, and that was done by a professional company. But we don't want that. We want it nice and professional. So we're going to put our connectors in. They go all the way in. I'm just going to nip those up. We don't want them come loose. Get them in there nice and tight. In there nice and tight. Put a little rubber cap back over, and there we go. We're in. Happy days. Okay, so we want the other end, the power end. Exactly the same, slightly bigger this time. Here we go. Loosen them off. I watch a lot of the videos on YouTube. You can learn just about anything and everything on there. A lot of guys go into all the technical details and stuff like that. I don't remember most of them, to be fair, but this isn't complicated at all. Right, let's do one at a time. It's slightly bigger to hold on to. So in goes the negative into the negative slot. We're going to nip that up. Looks like it's nice and tight. Give that a check. I'm going to pop our positive in. We're going to nip that up. Nice and tight. We want a good connection. Don't want it coming out. Ideal. So from there, we can take our extension. Cut that off. Perfect. And we can just connect these up. So black to black. Just clips in, red to red, negative, negative, positive, positive. And then we've got our yellow plug on the end. I know it does have a name. I can't remember it, but I will learn it. Okay, so from there, all I've got to do is simply plug in the negative. So I'm just going to go. It looks like a 13mm socket there. Let's have a look. Yep. Happy days if this all goes well to plan. Ooh, wrong way around. Let's take that off. Do that with the fingers. Okay, negative going on. So we are fused and we are ready to go. cable's on securely. I am going to remove the original cable in here. It's just in the way now. And I'm going to remove the original earth cable that was in here. Get that out of the way. Okay, so let's get everything out of the way there. Just move this down. And I believe it's not there. It's not that one. It's this side. I know I'll do this. Just take it off. Just put it around the back there. Right there. So we'll keep it down there for a minute. And the cable is there. They're both there. Excellent. Right. So when I plug this in and flick the switch on the fuse, I'm hoping to see the light come on. So let's have a look. Yep, we are going that way around in there, and we are on. So if I'm right, you should be able to see it's clicking. We have input. Yay, we're charging. We are charging 216 watts. Now I know I now need to go into the app and I need to adjust it to make sure it's putting in the right amount of watts. Might be able to YouTube that or read the book, but she's definitely whirling away and humming. So we are getting charge. No, the input's just stopped. I'm going to have to do a little bit of digging around and see what I need to do here. It's all part of the learning process. Right, let's have a good look at that. For the meantime, I think I need to jump on my phone and go onto the Bluetooth app. Back in a mo. Okay, that was simple. Obviously, I need to go on my phone, go onto the app. So you need to disconnect. They send the Bluetti charger, so it's putting in the sort of minimum voltage. I think it was 27. Watts that it was putting in, and you just flick through the app at charge settings, and you just choose which device you have. So the APEX300. Hit with the kids there. Just select AP300, and it sets it at 56 watts. So we're now, oh, it's gone off, but we are now taking a full charge at 570 watts input. So hopefully, I just want to see the charge percentage go up, which would be fantastic. The van's not running. As an AA van, it has got 2 brand new batteries under the seat. But I'm just super excited how easy that was. It does recommend to turn the Charger1 off when you're not using it excessively. This does hold a charge. I mean, I've had it 2 weeks now, and it is holding a massive charge. I've only charged it once. So what else I'm going to do today, hopefully, is just put a cable in place ready so I can have the shore power plugged in, so that if I do connect shore power, it's simple enough to be able to charge. I'll have an extension from the garage as well, which I can put in the back and charge it that way. So there you go. So we'll have it charging 2 ways. Now we can have shore power and we can have Charger1 power straight from the van, DC to DC. Perfect. Easy, simple, straightforward. It's so much easier. It's like a light bulb moment. Right, I'm going to move this down the back end of the truck, and then we'll go from there. Next bit, change for the new fuse box, get that ready. So I might just pin it all on the wall down there for a moment, and then yeah, go from there. Okay, so for a bit of shuffling around, we're now at the back end of the truck, and you're magnetically attached to the toolbox. Hands free. Right, so I've just pulled everything down to this end. So Bluetti's here, hub one's there. I've unplugged the Charger1, and I know how the back end of this is going in. So I know this area here, there's a gap, and there's a piece of, I think comes here. This has probably got to be moved. So I'll deal with that when I've got to move it. That'll probably come down and more on the inside. However, when I bought it, I mean, there's the shore power cable there, blue one. You can see that goes down here, and it plugs in underneath the bumper. It did have some 230 electrics in here, which I've taken out, but I just left those cables there for now. So what I thought I might do is take the shore power cable that comes with the Bluetti APEX300 and just hardwire it in, and that way when I do plug in, I'm just straight into shore power. So that's the plan there. That's my new fuse box. That was the old one. As you can see, it's quite small. It is still powering the lights at the minute, but I wanted to upgrade it so I can get more things running off 12 volt if I want to. So next job is to swap all the wires around, and I'll come back when that's done. Fun and games. Here comes the rain, but I'm undercover. Okie dokie. Right, so we are all back. As you can see, the lights are on. New fuse box in, and found first time. So that's cool. That's in. I've got the case to put over, and I can also put on some little stickers that come with this to say which light, yeah, or which fuse is powering what. So that's really handy. So that's another phase done. My next phase is unplumb that and hardwire in the shore power. Simples. Just want the interior in, but I think all that's going to be hidden anyway. I'm sure the bed is about seat height, so that's somewhere around here, which is more than enough height. This I'm going to put on the back. I know there's a bit of space here, just here, between the back of the bench and the rear door. So I'll put that, take the little clip off the back, mount it on the outside. That gives me power out the back. I am going to put some 230 sockets right here as well, and there'll be 230 sockets running with the pop-up plug socket, and that'll give me just about everything I need, apart from obviously where I'm going to put the telly. It probably would make sense to put the telly there, but I do want my head the other side. Well, I want my head this end really, if I fit in that way. Actually, no, I've never laid down this thing, so I don't know. We'll soon find out. Right, let's get this unplumbed. Let's get the cable in there under one of the switches, and I might just get another cable installed that's longer, ready for running some plug sockets out the back. Right, let me get that bit done. Right, so bearing in mind the original electrics in here were put in by professionals that actually fell out the back of the fuses, and that was it, and that was hanging out of where they connect. This is still part of the original wiring, so I've just double checked it. As you can see, one's fell out of there. The plug socket's okay, but I have gone to put on some connectors. I'm just going to strip a bit more wire off, wire that into there. So I've just got one coming out for now. I can go back in and add another one in if I want to. But for now, that will be fine. I'm a little bit shocked that someone that does professional fitting out, and I'm not a professional, but I do know when something's done right and when something's done wrong. So I'm going to put it in properly, safely. And it isn't rocket science. I bought all these that don't spill them. Oh, I'd be cursing if I do. Bunch of little connectors. They are called VE terminals. And then I've got a crimper. It's about 15 quid. Amazon. Perfect. So we're going to use those for some wire connectors. I bought some of these as well. See this? Ideal. A bunch of heat shrinks and stuff like that. Doesn't cost much. You do the job right. Right. I'm going to get these plumbed in. Get that box screw down on the floor there, and that can be its place. Then these little plugs will go on the back. So I've got all my electrics for the rear of the vehicle, and which will be shore power, and then I can run a couple of plugs which will be at the back for the Bluetti to power, and then everything else is going to come off the Bluetti anyway. So I'm only really going to probably run a 12-volt fridge, because now I'm not putting the Bluetti up there, so I'm going to have a fridge. 12-volt fridge, 12-volt TV, and the rest is going to be things like the Ninja air fryer, kind of a Ninja barbecue, Ninja coffee maker, loads of Yeti bits and bobs for eating with, which would be cool. Oh, another thing I want to quickly show you, just down here. So all this carpet here, I'm not keen on, because I get a bit of water in there. I am going to strip that out, and I'm going to put a Raptor paint all the way through here, and just up the slide slightly, just so it protects all this. Ideal. Boom! Look at that. Change your clothes. No, you're not seeing things. It's just the next day. So I did loads of the fitting out yesterday, and then time got on, and was going out for dinner with the wife, Mrs. Dumbleby. She'll probably shoot me for saying that. Anyway, so here's what we've done so far. Let me see if I can spin the camera around. No, can't spin the camera around. I can only pause it, but let me. Here we go. So we've got the system now plumbed in. We've got a hub here. We've got our charger, new fuse box, the fuse for the charger, got my main supply there, my 230 in shore power. So what I've done is I've rewired the plug socket down there. It's out the way, so I know that's going to fit. And then the black plug is the shore power for the Bluetti. So whenever I plug it in, I'm now getting it charged 2 ways. It charges fantastic. It's got 100% in it now. I'm just off to go and watch one of my son's race mountain biking, so I might make a cup of tea there with the system. See how we go. So after having all the electrics done, I'm going to take the van out today and hopefully use it. Yeah, of course it's not all finished. There's tons to do yet. Whoop. Turn that off. So we're just going to go out, watch my son race, and I'm not on the main road. I'm in my yard, and then just make sure I don't hit any of these big buildings. And then yeah, might use it, make a cup of tea. I need to get a microwave for in there, because I do eat a lot of food. And yeah, well, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. I do mumble on a bit. I do get that. And just wait for the gate to open. And yeah, please like and subscribe. It's going to get more exciting. Just 6 more days and we pick up the interior, and then the build gets serious. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and watch me mumble on.